Yo, welcome everyone to the DirectX Talk Show, a show where we don't sugarcoat shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, there's some things that have been going down lately, and I just wanted to talk about it. And first and foremost, I just want to introduce you to the usual people on the panel, and we have a special guest, starting with Gotti360.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for having me on, Wolf.
No problem, dude, man. And I have my co-host as usual, Mr. Blazing Phoenix.
Hey guys, how you doing?
I think you kind of broke up. Yo, Blaze, where you at, man? He just bodied out on us, man. Sounds like a bot.
We Xbox, bro.
But anyway, we have Ghost Rider 730 back.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Ghost Rider 730. Xbox all day, every day. You heard?
Right on. Alright, man. There was this article on kitguru.com or .net, and basically it was about a rumor. Apparently, there's a source to this rumor about Microsoft being interested in acquiring AMD. Now, these are the giants that make the CPU and the GPU and stuff like that. They make the GPUs for the Xbox One and the PS4, but they have like a custom one for the Xbox One. And I think they also do business with Nintendo. I'm not too sure. And I heard rumors that they're also doing business with Nintendo with the NX. So I'm not so sure about that. But all I know that this rumor's been floating around that Microsoft may acquire them, and to me it sounds pretty realistic, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's it's positive to me, you know what I'm saying? And you know, there's people being a bit negative about it, especially those on NeoGAF trying to downplay it. I just wanted to hear your thoughts on it, man. You know, starting with you, Blaze, man.
Well, I think it's messed up, you know, that they're thinking that Microsoft can't buy AMD. Because if Sony would have did this, everybody would have been jumping up and down to, oh, Sony is the beast. It's the end for Xbox. And it makes sense, you know, Microsoft, they went to with NVIDIA with the 360, with the, where's the OG Xbox? I think it had NVIDIA, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they got burnt by them, so they tried AMD, and it worked out pretty good. They've been having a good relationship with them with the Xbox One. They made up a $3 billion fucking GPU or whatever they did with DirectX 12. And it makes sense. Microsoft will own the gaming space. They will own the half the PC space. If you don't go with AMD, you got to go to NVIDIA. Then if Nintendo go with AMD, or Sony go with AMD, they got to pay Microsoft some money. And I think it's smart. And if this is true, the Xbox 2 or the Xbox Infinity is going to be a fucking beast. It's going to be 4K gaming, I guarantee. So I think it's possible. They got the money. And if they do it, it'll be a bombshell.
That's right.
They got to do it.
Word, man.
Word.
But yeah, what do you have to say about it, Gotti, man? Welcome to the show, man.
Much appreciated, man. I don't know, man. Look, it's like this. If anyone takes any of the things they see off of like Gaming Bold or what was that, NeoGAF you said you seen this on, whether they were hating or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, no one should pay any attention to any of those people anyway, because it's obvious that they're like the biggest clickers in the business, man, along with IGN and GameSpot. So I mean, you can't pay that any attention, man. But obviously that'd be a huge move. I mean, you know, what it kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you guys, this is a little bit off the topic, man. Hip-hop, back when Easy and Ruthless and all them broke up and Death Row started, fucking people had to pay Easy. Death Row was paying Easy E. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that's kind of like what this is going to be like, man.
Yeah.
Sony's going to be paying Microsoft basically if they want to continue on in the business, and all I got to say is, you know, you got to let the king have the crown, man. And we've been the kings for fucking since the original Xbox, so I don't think that's ever going to change. I really don't.
Amen to that.
Amen, man. What about you, Ghost? What do you think about
this is my opinion on it, man. Remember when Sony, you know, lubed up and butt fucked Sega? Well, I think it's the shoes on the other foot now. Now, if Microsoft buys this, AMD, so it's like now Sony's Sega and Microsoft is Sony. meaning they're gonna get butt fucked because now they gotta buy shit off of Microsoft and pay that chicken for all the GPUs and all that shit. So now you seeing that Microsoft ain't playing with them no more, because if they really do buy this, Microsoft is really trying to fuck them over now. So that means every console that's sold and bought, Microsoft get chicken out of that. So anybody that buy a PS4, you're supporting Microsoft.
Yeah, the king is back.
The king is back.
The king is back. Exactly, man. Fucking exactly.
Yeah, well, AMD, you know, they're only worth $1.81 billion. So like that's changed to, you know, to Microsoft. That's a change.
I mean,
hell yeah.
You know what I mean? AMD, I know they're in a bit of debt right now, you know what I mean? But it ain't like a massive debt like Sony or like Sega or anything like that, you know what I mean? They have post some losses or whatever, but once Microsoft acquire them, they're going to make them in-house, you know what I'm saying? So once they're in-house, that's it. It's game on, baby. That's all I have to say about that.
that's
And
a
thinking
huge
about it,
move.
yeah, exactly. And by them acquiring AMD, they're going to cut out the middleman. You see what I'm saying? That way, they don't have to deal with no middleman or anything like that because they own them.
Because they are the man. They are the middleman.
They'll be making their own. They'll be designing and making their own fucking GPUs and CPUs. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And not only for their consoles, but also for their cell phones and for their fucking tablets and shit.
That's
Laptops and everything.
man.
That's crazy.
Exactly. Now all these companies like Dell, Hewlett Packard, you know, Alienware, all these PC companies, right? You know, they'll be doing business with AMD as well.
Yep.
Now, you know, a lot of
huge.
Sony fans, like, you know, they're saying that, oh, if that's gonna happen, then obviously Sony will go with Nvidia, but that's not the case. If they're gonna go with Nvidia, they're probably gonna have to do a Kickstarter for that shit too. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. That's crazy.
But yeah, like,
It's in your hands.
your hands.
Wolf, you know how they say pimping ain't easy, man.
I know,
In
man.
your
See,
hands.
that Sony will be in that position, man. They're gonna have to pay Microsoft that chicken. You know what I mean?
hell
Every PlayStation they sell, and not only that, Nintendo gonna have to pay Microsoft. They will own gaming. Period.
Let's see if that happens. If the ponies still talk about quote sales, they can't say sales. For some reason, I always see them. They're like, "We got the most sales." It's like, no. It's first of all, it's sales. Second of all, why's that even fucking matter? You know, you know what I mean? So we'll see if they have anything to say about sales then. I don't
Yeah,
think
but
they will.
yo, Gotti, even if they say sales, think about it. Like those sales, some of that is going to Microsoft anyway. It's going in their pocket. Not a penny.
Yeah.
See, Sony guys or these fans, or these so-called fans out there, they act like accountants. You know what I'm saying? Like they work for Sony.
Absolutely. They act like they get some sort of kickback from the sale of each console or something, man.
Yeah, like they
They
own
like
some,
that, though.
like they own shares in Sony or some shit like that. You know what I mean? The thing
getting
with
paid.
Sony, the thing with Sony, right, is that they put all their eggs in that one basket on the PlayStation division, because their TVs are not doing well, their cameras are not doing too great, their PC division, they got rid of that. You know what I'm saying? And they want to charge 4K cameras for 2K, which no one's gonna fucking go and buy.
4K for
Right.
2K.
4K for 2K. You know what I mean? Fuck out of here, man.
And you forgot Wolf, man. That $1,000 Walkman. We ain't in the 90s.
$1,000 Walkman.
Not even 1,000. It was 1,200, man.
1,200. Look at that. Oh, Walkman, nigga. We ain't in the 90s, man.
Yep, this ain't the 90s no more.
We ain't, yeah, the 80s, man. What type of shit is that?
Got the boombox.
Now, Gotti, there's one thing I want to
What's
ask
up?
you. I want to ask you. I want to ask Blaze. I want to ask Ghost. Just answer me this one question, right?
What's up,
Do
man?
you think by Sony investing 400 million in Gaikai and then on live on top of that, do you think that was the biggest waste of money and the stupidest shit you've ever seen in your life?
Man, I think that I've seen a lot of things that Sony does is the biggest waste of money and stupidest thing I've seen in my life, man. So yeah, I definitely, just like PlayStation Now, I mean, let's be honest, not everybody has the greatest connection to be able to even run PlayStation Now smoothly to begin with. So why not just make the console backwards compatible? You know what I mean? Why not I just don't understand, man. It's like it blows me away because most people that some people just don't have good connections, man, and they can't even play those games without horrific input lag and all that kind of thing. They can't even enjoy them. So yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think that pretty much every business decision that they make is stupid.
Yeah, but anyone that's saying that Gotti's a fanboy, right? Just bear in mind this guy owns a PS4.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
it's
one.
God help him.
Yeah.
I own it too. Hey, I haven't played in a long time. It's sitting here.
How about
hey man,
you,
this is
Blaze,
the
man?
second one I've had.
Yo, Blaze. So, what do you think about this this investment Sony's made towards Gaikai and OnLive? Do you think it's the worst thing they've done?
You know what Sony is like? You ever heard of the guys that used to be trying to think of the get rich quick schemes? Like they be trying to make up some kind of stupid idea to get rich. That's what Sony like. They like throw ideas at the board and see what stick. Cause first, they was talking about we was stupid. Nobody like motion control. Then they went and made the PlayStation Move and that flopped. Then everybody was talking about nobody respected like DS, nobody like handhelds. And then they made PSP. PSP was alright, but then they flopped with the Vita and the PlayStation Go. Then last generation they had PS3, they had the cell processor. Everybody's talking about the cell processor could cure cancer and it was going to be a supercomputer.
Supercomputer.
And the PS4, they said the PS4 and 5 was supposed to run off the cell processor, but then it was horrible. Like the dev kits was in Japanese and nobody could use it, and all the games on it could run like horrible. Bayonetta, Skyrim was unplayable, so they flopped with that. Then we get into Gaikai. They couldn't do backwards compatibility because the fucking cell processor would probably be too hard to convert from. What they're doing now is x86 architecture. It'd probably be too hard to figure out how to get the cell processor to be backwards compatible with it. So they're not smart enough. Sony has some of the stupidest motherfuckers in the world working for them. They can't figure out.
That's a good point, man. Yeah, man, that's an excellent point, man, because I don't know, man. You're definitely right about that too, Phoenix. That's a definite good point, man.
Remember, Sony was very arrogant last generation. Remember, they were talking, you get 2 jobs to buy a PS4. Nobody don't mind a $600 console in your house.
Right. Yeah, man. A lot of people also don't understand what it takes to make a console backwards compatible. They don't understand the technical part of things, so they think that it could just happen. Whoever can do it, whoever chooses to can do it, man, and it's not that easy. You got to have some brains behind the project, able to pull that kind of shit off, and that's what makes them able to do that with the XB1 so fucking badass, man. Because I've been saying it since it came out. It was designed to just get better and better and better over time, and if backwards compatibility doesn't prove that, I don't know what else is going to these people, man.
Yep.
The gaming media, though. Remember, the media said, nobody want backwards compatibility. Everybody
but if
go in the future.
But they praise PS Now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they praise PS Now.
You got to pay for it.
Hypocritical,
$5 for 5 minutes.
Yeah, no shit.
Yo, guys, man, I see it like this, man. You got to understand, man, when it comes to Xbox Live and you look at that PSN, you seeing the bootleg connection. You don't get it? They got a bootleg connection. So when they online and they like, yeah, I'm sure they playing that Call of Duty or Destiny, they like, yeah. Oh, whoa, what happened?
It's down.
Oh, it's down. Damn. And they wonder why, we laugh at them because we always playing online. We don't have problems in the Call of Duties, the Halos, really. We don't get kicked out like that. It hardly happens. And touching up what Blaze said, too, about Skyrim, that's my favorite game right there, Skyrim. And I enjoyed it and I used to look at my cousins and them, and I just laughed because they used to not get the DLC download. We used to have the vampire thing. We had all the, the DLCs, and they still ain't get it for like almost close to like a year, kind of. And it was like funny as hell. Like, your company got money.
Yeah, but this is the thing. I was gonna say, this is the thing. Like, Microsoft have the smartest motherfuckers working for them in the planet. The smartest fucking engineers. That's why they can achieve backwards compatibility. You know what I'm saying? These guys are so fucking smart. If you this is the thing. Like, we don't know what they do up, Virginia. I mean, like, where they're from, like, fucking Redmond, right? That's where they're from. Redmond. They're from fucking Redmond, and they do. They have some. They have some shit. No, they do actually have something based in Virginia as well. but it's
Yeah.
proper secret apparently. Yeah, it's secret. That's what I heard.
Okay.
I don't know if it's true, but I'm not saying it's Area 51 or anything like that. I'm just saying. But yeah, no, but what they do have at Microsoft Research is like they have shit that's fucking light years ahead of what we can dream of. You know what I'm saying? Wings,
Right.
shit that they have at Microsoft Research,
Yeah.
which is fucking
Like
crazy.
fucking Terminator or something.
Exactly. Come on, they have a device that could flip and render Mars in real time on a fucking, you know what I mean, on HoloLens. That's fucking crazy.
Wow.
So this backwards
that's wild.
compatibility, man, to them it was a fucking piece of cake. You know what I mean? They managed to like grind it out and, you know, achieve it somehow, you know what I'm saying?
Make it happen.
But the one thing they need to do is have, you know, some sort of OG Xbox backwards compatibility, man.
Hear that?
And that would be
That'd be
crazy.
insane.
Some
That'd be
Jade
insane.
Empire going.
That's right.
Yeah, I want to play KOTOR, man. I want to play KOTOR.
Oh
1
my
and
god,
2.
man! KOTOR is the greatest fucking Star Wars game ever made, man.
Yeah, that was a great game.
That shit was ridiculous.
Hey,
I remember
both
that back in
bears.
the day.
This is
Ooh, that
just-
shit was tight.
This is just me speaking, and probably it's not going to happen, but it's just my opinion. But since they call it the Xbox One, you think it's all in one, meaning the OG and the 360 games in one package? In
There
one
you go.
console?
I
They
don't
said
know,
you could
man.
do it.
I mean, if
Sounds
they could
good,
pull it
right?
off, I don't see why they wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But this is the thing, man. This AMD thing, they could acquire that easily, and you know, what I mean, they'll be just owning most of the fucking market share. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're going to
When it comes
NVIDIA
down to-
nothing.
Yeah. And you know, Sony ain't gonna go to Nvidia. You know what I mean? Do you reckon that they're gonna go up to Nvidia and say we want something equivalent to a fucking Titan? I don't think so.
No.
Yashida going to give them $29 and say
How
make
much
it work.
is how much is a fucking Titan cost? How much does a 980 cost? A 980 or a Titan X? How much does that shit cost?
I know it's expensive.
How much? Have a rough guess.
Phoenix would be the guy to ask that. I have no
Like
idea.
what?
I
Between,
think-
$900?
between 800 to over $1,000. You know what I mean?
Damn, son.
I know, dude.
Damn.
Damn.
And
I'm paying that
that's
for the
just a
PC, man.
GPU. That's just a GPU. You got to think about the RAM, the motherboard, the fans that are inside there, all the other chip
You
stuff.
stick those
The
You try to
upscaling
stick one of
chips.
those inside of a Sony-made console, that motherfucker's gonna melt to the entertainment
Yeah,
stand.
that shit going to blow up.
And you have to think.
Start
You
a
have to
house
think.
fire.
You have to think about the. You have to think about the Blu-ray drive in there too. So you have to think about
Wow.
all those other things besides the GPU. It'll be too
Fuck around
expensive.
and burn
You
down
might
the
as
whole
well.
neighborhood.
You might as well build a PC if that's the case, man. Fuck the PlayStation
Yeah.
5. Buy a fucking PC.
I don't even think that.
You're right.
They stopped R&D on the PS5, so I don't even know if they're going to make a PS5. We got to wait and see. But think about it, if they did make a PS5, Microsoft would know what they're making because they got to go to AMD to get the GPU. So Microsoft would know their stats. They would know Nintendo and Sony's stats for their new consoles before they come out because they got to go to them to get the GPU. I mean,
That's a beast.
See, the only thing Microsoft wouldn't know is what RAM they would use, but that don't really matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
That's the least
Microsoft
of the
could
worries.
easily have 16 gigs of RAM for the next Xbox. You know what I'm saying?
This is going to be a beast.
It'll probably be 4K, easily, a native 4K resolution,
Wow.
Xbox 2.
or Xbox Infinity, some shit like that.
Oh, man.
You need to
But
market
yeah.
that shit, Wolf.
Xbox
Yeah, man.
Hey, Wolf, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
All right, guys, man. Remember, man, this is for the ponies out there that's dumb. Like, listen, when you
So
take the
for all of them?
360
For all of them.
and you add another 360, that makes 720. Okay? It's not that the console's doing 720. Let me educate you really. And another thing, the Durango. It was gonna be called the Durango for a lot of people
Yep.
that don't remember that. So that's just hit neither here or there. But go ahead, Wolf.
Yeah, no, that was just a code name or Durango
Yep.
or some shit like that,
Durango,
right? That's all I remember.
720
Yeah.
code name.
You know, call it Infinity or something like that. If they call
Yep.
it the Xbox One, that's cool. You know, it's an all-in-one system. It has a 360 in there, and it's an Xbox One. Hopefully, by Gamescom, we'll have, you know, the OG Xbox that was compatibility announced. That's why I'm hoping.
That'll be ridiculous.
Hope it's not
Yeah,
this,
that'll be
though.
ridiculous.
Just put your disc in any game work.
But to me, I don't know, man. This will be so huge for Microsoft. You know what I mean? Just acquiring AMD. making them in-house,
It's a big move, man.
having the gaming industry on lock. You know what I'm saying? Even the hardware business.
They will own
But
it.
you know what, man? Even when that shit does happen, or if it does happen, you're still gonna have these fucking Sony radicals, man, that just have their theories on
Radical.
why it's not a great move, and
I just hope.
you just
Like
can't
the
reason with
PlayStation
these
4
dudes.
sell. You know what I mean?
Those are crazy.
From the moment
Yeah.
Microsoft buy AMD, I just hope like the PS4s do sell well. I don't want Sony to go out of business. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want those psychos on fucking.
Yeah, we need the nut
man.
house.
I want to carry on
Shit.
making fun of them. You know what I mean? I want to crack jokes.
Yeah,
you know?
you got to continue to be the butt of the joke. I agree.
That's what I'm saying, man. So they
Yep.
can stay where they at, man. But anyway, I just wanted to touch up on another thing, which was Shenmue 3. Now, we really didn't have a chance to talk about this properly, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, apparently the stretch goal is 11 million now, apparently. Now,
Wow.
first it was 2, and then obviously they moved it to 10, now it's 11. So apparently there's a stretch goal for everything, even for flipping subtitles and shit like that. It don't make fucking sense. Why the hell you're gonna pay someone or hire someone to flipping type something, as subtitles for your next game? Isn't there something called Google Translate or some shit like that? That you could do it for free. Think about that.
Wow.
To me, it's a fucking scam, bro.
The whole thing is just a debauch. Yeah, he's exactly right what Phoenix said, man. It's just a cash grab. They pay attention to all the gossip and the talk between the gaming communities. They know that people want to see that, and they're just trying to jump on it, man. Trying to jump on it.
Jump on that hype train.
I know,
Yeah.
dude. It's just one of them things. It annoys me the fact that this game wasn't even on PlayStation to begin with. It was a Dreamcast game. It's an Xbox game. You know what I mean? And these Sony fans out there, like, a lot of them are just pretending to be excited because it's on their piece of plastic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because if the shoe was on the other foot, they'd be talking about how they never cared about it before because it wasn't on their platform, and that they don't care about it now. You know what I mean? They wouldn't give a shit about it. But now that it's coming to PlayStation, they're,
But
it's the greatest thing ever.
excited.
The best announcement,
I was saying, like, have you realized one thing, though? There's one thing I just wanted to touch on. Have you realized one thing? Did Sony say this game is an exclusive?
They didn't mention that at all.
Yep.
Not even
Blaze,
once.
did you hear it?
Nah, but I don't know.
Ghost,
This
you hear?
is-
Did you
I don't
hear
know.
the word exclusive coming
No.
out of their mouths?
No.
See, this is the thing. Like, if the game was really an exclusive, they'd be beating their chest over it. I'm telling you, I could guarantee you.
They
You know how
would.
Sony are with that word exclusive. They'll be beating their fucking chest over that motherfucker. I have a sense of feeling that they're kind of being discreet over the Xbox One version. I believe there is a version that exists, that will exist anyway. And, whether it's going to be like, same day release or whether they have some time exclusivity, I don't know. But, Yu Suzuki hasn't really said much, but I just think he's a sellout anyway, man, in my
Yeah, I
opinion.
think this leaves a disgusting taste in my mouth. Cause me growing up with my Dreamcast and my OG Xbox, some of my favorite games was Shenmue and Shenmue 2. And this is not how I imagined the game coming out. I thought the game was going to be a big open world where you could get a job, buy a house, get in airplanes, buy cars, or have
Make
car
babies and
chases.
shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you have kids. That's not how I imagined
Start
the
a
game.
family.
I might not be realistic, but we aspire this game to be something grand. This is like one of them holy grails. Like, if it's a good game, and I thought it was gonna be something amazing. The Sony fans and Sony is taking this game and spitting on the legacy. So I'm not really excited for this game anymore. Like, Sony, whatever they touch, they destroy. They have taken this great game and turned it into a freak show. Because whenever
That's
we think
true,
about this
man.
game, we're gonna think about Yoshida putting $29 on it. We're gonna think about the fiasco.
We're going to think
We're
about
not even
that.
caring about the game. Because this
We're
game
gonna
might not even come out. Yeah, like he said, this game might not even come out for 3 to 4 years. So I don't really care. Like, me, Shenmue dead to me. And it has nothing to do with it being on PlayStation. I own a PS4. If it was PS4 exclusive, I would buy it. It's the point what Sony did to this game. They just destroyed it. They have no respect. And Yu Suzuki should be ashamed of himself. He had no respect for himself.
Yeah, man, I agree. When they had that dude up there, that poor decrepit Japanese guy up there begging for money, man. I mean, where do you draw the line at? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
come
disgusting.
on. I'm sitting there watching that live, and I said, I looked over at my girl, and I'm like, look at this shit. They got this poor dude up here looking like a clown up here begging for money, man. Looking hungry, up there begging for money with that fake ass weird smile on his face
Yeah,
and
it was,
shit.
it was sad.
It's like he was happy to be there. You know he felt like an idiot. How could you not feel like an idiot, man? That's like if you're in school, man, and you don't have any lunch money, so teacher takes you up to the front of the cafeteria and you stand up there and just beg so you can eat. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like seriously, think about this as a human being. That was like it was disgusting to me.
Downgrade.
Sony
It
has
really
all
was.
that money.
It's belittling.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
degrading.
man.
Like Sony has all this money. They just paid for half of their show with marketing deals. Every game they show is coming to Xbox One, but they got marketing deals. They spent all this top dollar on marketing deals, but they couldn't give this man 50 or 60 million to finish his game. And it was
And
fucked
make it a
up,
good
right?
game.
Yeah, right
Make it a
after
good
they
game,
sat
because-
down. What did they do? They dragged Call of Duty out on stage. Right after they just had this man begging for money. And they gonna pay for Call of Duty marketing deals, probably 50, 60 million on that. And they couldn't throw this man 10 million? That's
Okay.
fucked up.
I agree, man.
They couldn't throw the man a bone. Just put it that way.
Nah.
You see what Yoshida did? Your Kickstarter the game, here's $29.
Yep, that's what we
Take that
that's
out
what we
my
think of
pocket.
the game.
That's
Here's
what
the thing,
That's
too.
the thing, like that just shows his commitment towards the project. You know what I mean? He just
No
put
respect.
$29, not even 30, but 29.
He
A hard
had to
number.
keep $1 for a Coke.
Another thing, Wolf.
Yo, man.
Another thing, Wolf.
If I was you, Suzuki, I'll be fucking offended by that. I'll be thinking, is that what my game is fucking worth to you? You know what I mean?
He's a bum.
He's
maybe.
a bum.
Should have.
How
That's
much
just
is this guy
ridiculous.
worth? How much is this guy worth? Probably like he must be a multi-millionaire, right?
I
Must
I think
Yoshida?
500,000, maybe.
He's an exec. He's a CEO of Sony Entertainment Japan, right? Sony Computer Entertainment Japan.
Yeah, he got
David's
money.
pretty penny.
I'm saying, Wolf, this dude is a millionaire. You understand? So,
Mo guy.
and backed up by a billionaire company. You understand? So, to kickstart a game like that and ask the people and put a man up there looking like he needed $2.50, you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
They had the man begging up there, you know. So the sad thing to me, Wolf, is like they getting the people to give them the money so they could pocket that. Because at the end of the day, I want my Xbox body-ins or Xbox, whatever you want to call yourselves, do not fund this game because really, really, a lot of Sony people never play Shenmue. It's the Xbox fans that did. Now,
Yeah.
I know they got a big fan base. Now, I don't want the Xbox people funding it because at the end of the day, what if Yoshida and them decide to back it up and try to make it exclusive? Now, you're fucked. You funded
Yeah,
the
we lost
game
your
for the
money.
Sony gamers.
Funded a
Now
game
you're
that you ain't
losing
even
I
get.
already know a few people that backed there are Xbox guys. Now they want
Yeah.
the money back now, apparently.
See?
Well, here's the thing too. Like Phoenix said, it's just going to leave a bad taste in everybody's mouth. And I mean, let's be honest. A game like Shenmue deserves
Respect.
respect. It deserves the proper backing to make it a great game. They're going to basically be. It takes so much money to make a great game. Basically, you know, it might sound like so many millions is a whole lot of fucking money. Yeah, to us it is, but to make a game, how good is the quality of that game going to be once it does come out when it's
Yeah,
not
it's a
had
freak show.
very much going behind it? I mean, it doesn't deserve that as a legendary classic series, man. It deserves so much more than that.
It's
I
a
agree with
legendary
Phoenix.
IP, man, and
Yeah.
this is the
Yeah.
thing. Like, I heard Yu Suzuki, he's in talks with Sega right now. Apparently, he says he wants a HD collection of 1 and 2. It'll be good if we see that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
would buy that, but not 3.
Well, I hope 1 and 2. You know what I mean? It's multiplayer or something, man. That shit can't be exclusive.
I'll
But
buy
that shit
but
won't
not
make no
3.
sense. I know, man. But yeah,
think
there's
about-
one thing I wanted to touch up on, and that's Final Fantasy VII Remake. Some guys are telling me right now that it's timed exclusive, but it's going to come to PC. You know what I mean? PC, it's not coming to
Console.
Xbox One. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, man. Look, at the end of the day, they would have said console exclusive if it was exclusive. Play it first on
Right.
PlayStation means that it's coming to Xbox. Every
Yep,
time
and it
Xbox
has a
there, every time Xbox there promotes something, whether it's DLC or any kind of content, they'll say play it first on Xbox. You know what I mean? That means it's
Mhm.
timed. They're not saying it's coming to PC or anything like that. It's going to go to the PlayStation.
Well, what
Regardless.
PlayStation does, they put on their cases only on PlayStation, when you know goddamn well that shit ain't that shit ain't true. You know what I mean?
It's
They tried
coming
that shit with Destiny, only
Yeah,
on
this is-
PlayStation. It's like, no, it ain't.
And the
That
shit
shit's in the
that annoys
case right there for Xbox.
I know,
You know what I
buddy. The
mean?
thing is, I was gonna say, the thing is, the shit that annoys me the most is that the media don't even talk about this shit. They're all
No,
about
man.
this Tomb Raider shit. That Tomb Raider's time. It's
It's not
time.
coming
It's
out.
I'm so
time.
It's
tired of
You know what I
hearing
mean?
about. I'm so tired of hearing that, man.
Yeah,
And
they
then of
talk
course
about
they
Tomb
don't
Raider
like
being
it.
timed, but they don't talk about Final Fantasy VII being timed.
And
That's the shit
Hellblade.
that
Right.
fucking annoys me, man.
Hellblade time exclusive too. That game coming from
They wouldn't. This
Ninja
is the thing.
Theory.
I know, but this is the thing. They
Oh no
wouldn't.
shit.
This is the
Yep, that's a
thing.
time exclusive.
They wouldn't let Phil Spencer leave the building without, interrogating him. You know what I mean?
No,
Why don't
they
they do
wouldn't.
the same thing with Square Enix? You know what I mean? Tell them what's up, man. Is it time? What's the exclusivity on that thing? But they won't
Yeah.
say shit. They won't say a damn word.
Yeah.
It's time, bro. It's timed.
I tell you this, while we playing Lara Croft, Rise of the Tomb Raider, they're gonna be saltier than a motherfucker waiting like, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. They're gonna be waiting for that greatness. It's coming.
Yeah.
We know it, and when we get it, we're gonna bash y'all.
Yeah,
Keep
but even
waiting.
if it
Hold that
did
thought.
come, let's just say even if it did come to the PS4, which I kind of doubt, but let's just say it did, yeah,
Okay.
and it came around next year, like fall of next year. By then we'll be playing Gears of War 4, we'll be playing Crackdown and Scalebound. You know what I mean? We'll be playing all these new games. So Tomb Raider will be pretty much irrelevant to us. You know what I'm saying?
Amen to that, because I know this. Once I finish the game and I'm have fun with it, once they get it, I'm gonna be like, that's old news. We already been there, done that. Wham, bam, thank you, man. We already had that. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. We had fun with that. We looking at the new IPs, the new stuff we getting.
Yeah, and Blazing Phoenix, he said just before the show, was like, why would Microsoft pay for the game, fund the game, develop the game, market the game, and even have her next to Marcus Phoenix and the Master Chief for that shit to go on PS4? It won't make no fucking sense.
People are just being ridiculous. Like I don't understand this. Like me, I bought a PS4 just for the exclusives. They don't have any, but I bought it just for the exclusive. The Xbox One, if it gets an exclusive, it's an exclusive. PS4 get an exclusive, it's exclusive. It's not coming to PlayStation. You need to get it through your head. You need to move on. And I don't understand why the Sony fans want to play it. During the PS3 era, everybody said the Tomb Raider reboot was dog shit and Uncharted 3 was better. That's why it sold more on 360. Right? The Tomb Raider reboot sold more on 360. Then when PS4 came around, they didn't have shit to play, so that's when the Sony fans bought it and tried to jump on the bandwagon. Y'all kept hyping up Uncharted. Play that shit. You got Uncharted to play. Play that. We got Tomb Raider to play Uncharted.
But this is the thing, guys. This is the thing, and this is the fucking truth. Sony fans don't buy their own exclusive. That's why Sony go out and buy these marketing deals with third party.
Yep, because they buy that more.
Exactly, they buy third party more, and it outshines their own exclusives. That's why they don't buy their own. Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know what, man? One of the things that these Sony fans fail to acknowledge and fail to even, if there was, without Lara Croft, there wouldn't be Uncharted.
Yep.
The whole story and idea behind Uncharted came from Tomb Raider. Granted, Tomb Raider started out as a way different type of game back in the day than what it's evolved to now, but the storyline, the same base has been there from the beginning. You know what I mean? You got this badass chick who can blast shit.
Naughty Dog said it themselves when they were making the game. The code name was Dude Raider.
Yep.
Right. So all the inspiration obviously comes from Tomb Raider. So for them to say, fuck Tomb Raider, they're indirectly saying, fuck Uncharted, and they don't even realize it. You know what I mean?
When you saw that Tomb Raider gameplay at E3, and then I saw that Uncharted gameplay, I am not excited for Uncharted. I'm sorry. The game does not look impressive. Like the shit doesn't look impressive to me. It looks boring to me. Tomb Raider looked epic. You saw her in the snow, and she was making the bow when she broke the dude's neck and choked him, and she threw the. If you saw the other gameplay, they had the 10-minute gameplay. She killed the damn bear. The bear was trying to kill her. It looked amazing. Tomb Raider looked incredible. Uncharted looked like the same old shit. He had the funny dude hands. You saw he's throwing his hands. It looked funny. The game froze again. It crashed again.
It looked kind of blurry as well. It looked kind of blurry on some occasions.
Don't forget, it's running off a PS3. It's running off a PS3 engine. So, see, this is the thing is different between Microsoft and Sony. When Microsoft make a game, they put their whole love and heart in it. Look at Rod Ferguson getting Gears of War tattooed. Sony developers are not passionate about the games they make. You never see videos of showing inside the Killzone creators, game development labs, like them getting tattoos or sitting down with them and then talking to them. I never seen this out of a Sony studio before. Microsoft always had vidocs. Remember you see the Gears of War vidocs? I seen inside 343 Studios. I seen inside Tomb Raider Studios. I seen inside Gears of War Studios. I never seen inside any Sony studios before. They have no passion for gaming.
Yeah, but this is, I've never seen any of the fans of the Kills on like a Hellgas tattoo or Nathan Drake, man. Like, why would they want to have that shit in the first place?
Also,
that don't make no sense, man. Or even like one of Kratos, you know what I mean? Have a tattoo of Kratos.
They have no passion for it.
You can't. That's Quan Chi.
I see dudes. Yeah, but I see dudes with Halo tattoos, Gears tattoos.
Gears tattoos, everything. And I'm telling you, we never seen an interview where we saw inside Naughty Dog and they walked around Naughty Dog and each person explained why they love gaming, why they're passionate. We saw that with Rod Ferguson. He took you around Black Tusk Studio, the Coalition Studios. Each person sat down and talked intimately about the games. Sony don't have passion for games. It's Sony Computer Entertainment. They see games as there's some shit they can peddle money off of. Microsoft actually, even though they're trying to make money too, you see Microsoft more passionate when they talk about gaming.
Yeah, have you seen the Sprint on the Halo channel? You see what 343 do? They take you around a tour in their studio and everything like that. They have their own championships. You know what I mean? You have a Halo championship. We're probably going to see a Gears of War championship. I have not seen an Uncharted championship or fucking Last of Us championship because those games fucking suck on multiplayer. Dude.
They lost the thunder,
man.
Sony.
Sorry, I had to say it, man. I know Gotti. I don't know. Gotti's not even here, but yeah, it's fucking truth, man.
Yeah. I'll take Mario. Sony first party is trash. Their first party is not the Sony I grew up with. Like I said, I wasn't even going to be. I wasn't an Xbox gamer when I started. I was a Sony gamer. PS1 and PS2 are my favorite console all time when I was gaming. But when I played OG Xbox, that shit got me into Xbox, Halo, and I was an Xbox gamer ever since. Sony is not the Sony I grew up with. This console here is dog shit. It's sitting in my house.
Yeah, and there's another thing, man. Like, I see rappers playing Gears of War. You know what I'm saying? Gears of War is a rapper's game of choice. I don't see rappers go around playing Uncharted and shit. I see celebrities playing fucking Xbox exclusives. I know I sound like I'm nitpicking, but it's the truth.
It's the truth. Their games have no flavor. Their games have. You know, you ever had a water cooler moment with your friends? You ever talked at work? You all get around. What you talk about? You talk about Halo. You talk about Gears. You talk about Call of Duty. You talk about Forza. I never had a conversation talk about Sony new IPs. Whenever I have a conversation, I talk about old Sony games. I talk about Twisted Metal. I talk about SOCOM. I talk about all their old games, Jak and Daxter. I have never had a conversation say, oh shit, you know, Uncharted looked fun. Killzone looked fun. No, they lost their way. Their new IPs are dog
Speaking of SOCOM, Sony single-handedly destroyed SOCOM on their own, man.
That was a great series.
And that was a great series, and they just, it was, and they absolutely destroyed it, man.
That could have been their Gears of War.
It could have been, man.
Yeah.
It was that SOCOM confrontation. I remember that on the PS3. That game was horrible.
That's the one that was a broken. That one was a broken, fucked up mess, man.
That Mag was dog shit.
I remember Mag, and I remember SOCOM.
Oh my god. They hyped up Mag, you know, acting like it was going to be the next greatest shooter, and it was just terrible. You know, in my opinion, man, they need to bring back Resistance, because I enjoyed the hell out of the Resistance games on PS3. Those were tight as fuck, man.
That was a decent game.
Sony didn't make it. That's why it was good.
Right.
I heard they've actually registered a domain. You know, some sort of
for a new one.
It was something to do with Resistance. I don't know what it was, but it was pretty recently they did that. So there may be a Resistance collection. There could be a Resistance collection for you. You never know, man.
I'm tired of Sony collections.
But this is the thing, right?
All these collections.
Well, we do know that this is a fact right now. This is a fact that they're doing Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls. That's a fact.
Those people suck.
That's confirmed already. You know what I mean? They're doing nothing but remasters right now. God of War 3 remastered, the whole Uncharted collection. You know what I mean? Like Microsoft only done a few, like Halo, Gears, and what's the other one? That zombie game, man.
State of Decay.
State of Decay, yeah, that one. They've only done a few. You know what I'm saying? Like Sony, man, they're milking the fuck out of it right now, man. Now I'm kind of glad Microsoft they've done that backwards compatibility thing
They
Nah,
can kill it.
they
So-
could kill it off, man.
So
Right
what,
now,
you saying that basically the PS4 is AKA the remaster box,
Port station.
The
the
port
port
hey,
station,
look,
the port station?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's-
Sony is
sound like to me.
leading. Sony is leading the whole fucking remaster revolution. You know what? Only certain games, in my opinion, are even worthy of a remaster. I didn't buy these new systems to sit and play games that I played last generation. You know what I mean? Like certain series, man. To me, like the Sleeping Dogs. Yeah, it was a great game last gen, but why remaster it when that shit didn't look any better than it did last gen? Why call it a remaster? That ain't no fucking
Yeah.
remaster.
They call it a
mean,
definitive
I-
edition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, come on, man. It's you know, even with The Last of Us, I mean,
Yeah,
I
that game
enjoyed the
like dog
fuck
shit.
out. Yeah, I enjoyed the fuck out of it, but I'm not dumb enough to think that it doesn't look just as good on the PS3. You know what I mean? I already know.
Yeah.
Oh, it looked the
You
same.
know,
Sometimes,
I mean, it's the
sometimes I
same, man.
thought it looked better on the PS3 at times, man. Like
I
they had
take
better
that.
color.
I think it looked the color.
Yeah, it had better color. There's some parts that look darker and everything like that. I'm just saying it had more detail sometimes on the PS3. I'm not even trolling. I'm being serious,
I
man.
agree with him because I played it on both, and I agree with that. Some textures look better on the PS3.
Wolf, and you
Yeah,
can say,
I mean,
and you guys can agree that the remasters are on the Xbox One built from the ground up. Sony's not doing that.
that's
Look
the
at Dude
difference.
Jones. Look at Dude
Okay.
Jones. This is the second strike. He froze. Now everybody knows. And Wolf, you touched up. Me and you talked about this too. It froze up. Now if we on the PS4 and the Xbox One, and we got the controller connected, it will show your controller.
It
and I got
says
a
it's gonna
PC,
die.
and
It
it
says
will
Oh, you're
it's
show.
talking
gonna
about
die.
Uncharted 4. You're talking about
Yeah,
Uncharted
Yeah,
4.
they said the battery died in the controller.
Oh,
Yeah.
it crashed on the PC. So they had to restart the thing. That's what happened.
But Wolf, remember,
Well,
when you got your controller connected on your PC, it will show up. Fix your controller and all that on it too, on the PC.
fix your shit, he said.
Yeah, fix your shit.
For-
So why didn't
about
it show
to
up
die.
there? That's how you catch them in a lie. That shit froze. The shit is garbage. And I tell you like this, it just ported over. It's not even a remaster. Amen to that.
Well, it ain't a remaster because it's Uncharted 4, bro.
I
They
think
get
that,
mixed up between Nathan Drake collection and Uncharted 4, man.
that shit might as
Yeah,
well
yeah.
be an unmastered. Is running off the the engine on PS3. To me, that should have remastered to me. If they're not gonna use a brand new engine, that should support.
Yeah.
Is this official that they're not using a new engine on it?
They said it. They said they're using the same
Wow.
engine on all their games. So they said The Last of Us 2 is gonna be running off that too. See, that shows you Sony don't have no
Yeah,
love for the game.
I want to see Jack and Dexter, man. Like, I
I
want to
love
see
that
that
game.
come back. I
There
wanna
is some
see-
gameplay, that little bit of gameplay that is out there looks pretty damn good about, what's that game that they just announced?
Horizon.
No, Horizon looks awesome. In my opinion, man, that was the best looking shit of their whole conference, hands down.
That was the only game that I thought, is worthy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna buy this shit for one game. And when they come out, I'm gonna buy it used. I'm not putting money in Sony pocket. I'm gonna buy it used. I buy all my PlayStation games.
He's adamant.
Yeah, I'm saying though, you're right though. Look, they buy the game, take it right back to the store, and sell it right back to them. Like, how you do that? You don't even play your games. I'm telling you, when a game come out, guys, just go to GameStop. You catch that shit for cheaper.
I will buy that used.
As soon as they buy it, the next day they back at the store scratching their arms like, yo, I need a
Yeah,
hit.
yeah. I was gonna say, let's get back to Xbox games now, man. I wanted to talk
All right.
about Forza Motorsport 6. Now we've heard that that's not using DirectX 12, and the fucking
not?
thing
It looks
amazing.
phenomenal.
It's DirectX 11.
Yeah.
It's 11.3.
Wow.
Imagine if that was on DirectX 12, how the graphics would look.
Probably
Come
next
on,
year.
come on.
Amazing, man.
I don't like. I think the only game I know right now that's running on DirectX 12 is Fable Legends. Maybe
Yeah,
Halo 5.
And
I'm
that
not
shit's
sure.
pretty.
I know Gears of War 4 would definitely be DirectX 12.
Yeah, because
Without
that's
doubt.
ways out.
Mhm. Like Halo 5, I'm not sure. Now I've been hearing people been bashing Halo 5, saying, "Oh, it has a dynamic resolution" or some shit like that. I read an article about it, but the thing is, the game's not
Man,
finished.
Who
man.
gives a fuck? It looked fine.
nobody would even know. Hey, you know what? This whole resolution thing, I don't give a fuck if we're talking about the straight resolution or the whole dynamic resolution technology. Here's the
Yep.
thing. If nobody ever talked about resolution, none of us would ever know what resolution anything runs at. We would just think it's a good-looking game. So they can make these games in 720p, never tell nobody, and you're not going to be able to sit in front of the TV and fucking stare at it and be able to figure out what it is, man. And that's what's so crazy, because the whole 1080p versus, the PlayStation games that run 1080 and the Xbox game that runs 900, I'm sorry, but you cannot see the difference in 900p and 1080p. You can't.
Yep, you can't.
That's my personal opinion.
You could tell them frame rate drops, though.
Unless you enable
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
I can tell that.
Yeah, but all I know is that Forza 6 looks fucking amazing.
Looks
that console looks sick.
It's a day one buy for me. And you know what? There's going to be a bundle for it as well, which is awesome. There's going to be a bundle for that. And, I think Tim Dog and Crappy and them guys were talking about this on their show, is that, since they announced that Fallout thing, and they're going to give you Fallout free for free when you buy Fallout 4. And with with Rainbow Six Siege, they'll give you New Vegas.
To Vegas, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They give you. Yeah, exactly. Vegas 2, or is it Rainbow Six Vegas 2?
Rainbow Six Las Vegas. Rainbow Six.
Not New Vegas. That's fucking Fallout, man. Yeah, are they giving you Fallout New Vegas, by the way? Is it just Fallout 3?
I think it's
Fallout 3. Yeah.
Not New Vegas. Oh, okay then, cool. But yeah, they're gonna give you another Rainbow than the ones on the 360 with Rainbow Six Siege, man, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
and
a good
thing.
Real
they
cool,
should
man.
they should do that with Rise of the Tomb Raider. Give Tomb Raider Underworld, Anniversary, and all those other ones. Like Guardian of Light that was on the arcade.
Yeah.
Arcade games. They should give those for free, and they should do one for Gears of War Ultimate. If they do a bundle for that shit, give the digital codes for the 360 of Gears of War 2 and 3. Maybe even Judgment, you know what I mean? That way, in a way, it is a collection, you know what I mean? You get the Gears of War collection, man. That'd be sick.
Absolutely. That'd be real nice.
Yeah. So what do you think about that, man? I think you guys need to tweet Aaron Greenberg and Phil and say that, look, with the Gears of War Ultimate, give people an incentive that, the Gears of War 4 beta is not only the only incentive, you know what I'm saying? You get their digital codes for Gears of War 2 and 3.
That'd be fire, man.
Yeah, that's really good.
Because you gotta bear in mind, he has a 360 emulation program and it's backwards compatible. So why not, bro?
Yeah, you're right.
Well, Gears 3, that's gonna be one of the free games in July, right? So it's only inevitable that shit's gonna become on the, it's gonna be on the backwards compatible list, which is fucking.
That was great. Like I think just a few months ago they gave us Judgment for free. Remember they gave us Judgment as well. Remember?
Yeah, they're setting something up, Wolf.
Hey, I'll tell you this, Wolf.
You know what I mean?
The backwards.
See, this is what I heard, Ryan. I don't know if there's any truth to that. And like I said, take it with a grain of salt. It would be cool if it was true, but if it's not, it's not. People said that they may add the Gears of War 2 and 3 campaigns as DLC for Gears of War Ultimate. This is what I heard.
I seen something about that, man. That would be huge. That would be badass.
Kind of like what they did with Halo ODST. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like that. They just add the campaign as DLC. I think it would be cool, but if they didn't do it, you know what I mean? I don't really care because I still have my
big
games.
Deal. Right.
Yeah, I still have my multiplayer to play anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna ask you one question, man. Like speaking of backwards compatibility, I wanna know from all three of you the 10 games that you want to see come back with backwards compatibility. Now I'm gonna start with mine. I'm gonna start with mine first, right? And everyone watching, I want you guys to go on the feedback website and vote for these games.
Yeah.
I want to see Blue Dragon come back.
Oh,
good one.
I want to see Bayonetta come back.
Good one.
I want to see Enslaved. I want to see Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Good one.
I want to see Vanquish.
Good.
I want to see Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to see Dead Space.
Yeah, hell yeah. Dead Space is fire. Good one.
I want to see Black Ops 2.
Oh, hell yeah. Amen to that.
I want to see Turtles in Time, the one that was on the 360 arcade. I thought that was remaster. So Turtles in Time, man. I want to see that come back in some sort of way. And I want Crackdown.
Oh,
The
that was
first,
great. Yeah.
the first
Yeah.
Crackdown. That's what I want. Now, Blaze, what would you like to see back?
For me, first I would say Dante's Inferno because I really like that game. That was a fun hack and slash.
Great
And
game.
then two, I'll go at Ninja Blade because that was
Great.
another fun game
That's
that was
fire.
underrated, and I like that game. Next, I'm gonna go with Catherine. You know that game from Atlas, that puzzle game. I liked it because it was kind of quirky and you never see anything like that. So I'm gonna go with Catherine. Now, next one I'm gonna go with Ninja Gaiden 2. I love hack and slash. I had
That's
fun
cool.
with that game. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go Grand Theft Auto 4 because I really love the gameplay for it. And that shit, I was playing that for hours. Next, I'm gonna go with Prey. Prey was an Xbox.
That was a sleeper. Yeah.
It was a sleeper hit. I love that game.
Prey was a sick game.
Yeah. Next, I'm gonna go with Fear.
Oh, yeah.
That was a first person shooter. That was a fun ass game. I love playing that. Next is BioShock. I really love the original BioShock, and that was Xbox exclusive. So hopefully they put that up there fast. Next, I'm gonna go with Splatterhouse. Or I think it's Splatterhouse. It was that fucking beat 'em up game when you played the dude that looked like
Shit
Jason.
was originally on the Genesis, man.
Yeah, it was a Sega. I
Yeah,
love
I
it.
remember that. That was a
original
sick game. That was a good game.
And then my last one's Condemned. Because that was a fun game too. And that was an
Damn.
Xbox launch title for 360. Condemned,
Yep.
and I love the fucking game. It was scary as hell. It was a detective game. And I would love to see that come back. So that's my
Hell
pick.
yeah.
How about you, Gotti?
Let Ghost go, because I'm making a list right now, man. You put me on the spot, Wolf.
Oh, yeah. Let me just add one more. And I want Call of Duty 4.
Yep. Alright, for me, Wolf, I want Lord of the Shadow 1 and 2.
All right,
Definitely Dante's Inferno, Skyrim, Red Dead Redemption,
All right.
Darkness,
Yep, that was great.
the Star Wars,
Yeah,
Splinter Cells, Hitman Trilogy,
Oh, yeah.
and yeah, cause I have
Stealing my
BioShock.
shit, Ghost.
That absolutely is nasty.
Well,
That was a great game.
yeah. But anyway, that's my lineup right there, Wolf.
How about you, Gotti, man? 10
All right, man.
360
You know,
games.
well, my last one, my number 10, isn't going to be a 360 game. It's going to be completely wishful thinking, but I'm going to save it for last because I hope that you guys agree. All right. So first, obviously, Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3, Lost Planet 1 and 2. I know you guys remember Lost Planet.
Yeah.
Great
Yep.
game.
Obviously, Dead Space. You can't go wrong with
Yeah,
Dead
you
Space.
can't go wrong
And
with
then
that.
a particular game, I believe it ran Unreal Engine because it had sort of a Gears look to it. I loved it. Fucking Spec Ops. You guys remember that game?
Yeah, that was good
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that was a great game.
Call of Duty 2 because I miss the good old days, man. And just
yeah.
having a fucking Thompson, a couple smoke grenades, a
Yeah.
regular grenade. You don't have the perk where you can jump 57 feet in the air and hover and all this bullshit. I mean, like real straight up competitive multiplayer, man. Obviously Skyrim and the Hitman trilogy, like Ghost said, because
Yeah.
Hitman to me,
It was the shit.
they just kept getting better and better and better ever since the first one. I don't even know how many that is, but my last one is going to be like wishful thinking in case they ever do put some backwards compatibility with the original Xbox, and that's going to be fucking Red Dead Revolver. You guys remember that game?
Yeah.
Remember that?
The Indian.
I
Red
remember
Dead
that.
Revolver, man. That shit
I
was
remember
so
that.
tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was like the first.
Could you just imagine right now? Now we're gonna get to Gamescom right now, but like, could you just imagine if Microsoft announced backwards compatibility for the OG Xbox at Gamescom?
That'd be
They
huge.
should.
That'd be
I'm gonna
huge,
tweet that
man.
right now. Let me
Yo.
tweet that right now.
Wolf,
I would
man, just put it this
absolutely
way.
play.
Put a RIP over Sony. Just put
Drop
it
the
that way.
mic and walk off.
Drop the
Phil
mic
could
and
just,
walk
Phil
off.
could just
Well,
drop
they're
the
both
mic and walk
x86,
off.
same coding,
Yeah.
x86, so it will work natively, man. You know.
Yeah, so you get every game, every disc.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. That's crazy, man. And it'll be a profit for Microsoft anyway, man.
Xbox One, all
It's an
consoles.
option,
Xbox
and,
One, all
and they should have a digital
That's crazy.
store. They should have a digital store for the OG Xbox. They should
Yeah,
have a
the
digital
360.
store for the 360.
You
Oh,
know
that-
what?
No, I mean,
Right.
I see people using smart glass, right, to buy 360 games, so they could use it so it shows up on the Xbox One. Now,
Yeah,
the
that's
more
sick.
games they make available, the more people are gonna buy it, and the more
Yup.
profit they're gonna make. You know what I'm saying?
And they digital, all Microsoft get all the money.
Yeah, I'm saying like
Wolf.
GameStop, man, they're making money right now, man, because prices have gone
Hell
high. Even where I live,
Yeah.
prices have gone
Well,
high.
hell yeah, they are. They got a
360 games.
They got a 700% markup, man. They're hell yeah, they're
Yep.
making money. They're making
look,
money,
Fucking
man.
money, man.
If it
To
does
buy
get
your
backwards
shipping.
compatibility, think about that. You could play all your games you grew up playing, all my 360
Yeah.
games, all my Xbox OG games, and then you get your new games too with your Xbox One. That'd be amazing. It'd be the first console in history that could play all of its library.
I just want
Right.
to play those Sega
Good point,
exclusives,
Phoenix.
man.
Good point, man.
I want to play those Sega exclusives, like, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
Jet Set
Togi.
Radio, Otogi 1 and 2, Crazy Taxi, Pass to the Dead,
That's a
Shenmue
great
2.
Wolf.
Black.
Sude-
Remember
I wanna-
Black
Yep.
on
Yeah,
I
I
remember
Back in
Black.
water.
Black was sick. I want to play
Black was cold.
Sadeki, Breakdown, Jade Empire,
Crimson
Jack-
Sky, yeah, Panzer
So
Dragoon.
many
Wolf,
classics.
I think I got the name of the game.
Gunvolt 3.
The
Was
name
it-
of the game was, I think, Samurai Showdown, where it goes Jim Jr.'s soup.
Oh,
yeah.
Wolf.
Yeah,
Goes
I
still
remember
talking
That
about
game
that.
was good, man. That shit
Yeah,
was good.
But
SNK
yeah.
Playmore made that.
But
Do you
yeah,
guys
like,
remember
I
that,
just want to. Yeah, sorry, what were you gonna say, Gotti? What were you
I was
gonna
gonna
say?
say, do you guys remember that broke ass, whack ass Bruce Lee game they put out on the original
That
Xbox?
shit was fun.
Had a load. It was fun, but man,
I
that
love
shit
that
loaded.
game. That game was
Take-
sick, bro.
Yeah.
Let me
Quest of the
right.
Dragon,
That
right?
shit- let me tell you, that shit was tight. But you would like take 3 steps and then it would load. 3 steps, then it would load. Throw a kick, and then it would load. You know what I mean? It was just the game in itself though was
Technology
cool.
was
I mean,
limited back then, though, man. You have to
Yeah.
think about that.
fuck,
Also,
man, I
even
should
with
say, Wolf,
Shenmue-
damn.
Even with Shenmue, man, every time you walk, you know what I mean, it will load again. You know what I'm
And he
saying?
walked
You know?
funny.
Also, Wolf, I actually bought the game Mass Effect, right? Part 1. When I popped that bad boy in the Xbox One, it looks better than the 360 version.
Yeah, upgrade. I mean,
Yeah.
upgrade.
Yeah, it cleans it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've
it cleans
upscaled
it
it,
up.
man. That's what it is, man. See, the Xbox One has these special upscaling chips, man. It just makes all games look good. You know what I mean? Regardless if a game is 720p or not, they just have this upscaling chip, man. It just makes the game look great. You know what I mean?
I don't
Blaze
care
has
about that.
Blaze
That's
has
game.
Blaze has a 4K TV, so he will tell you, man, how
Yeah.
good these games look.
You should see Halo 4 on 4K. It looks incredible. I don't know if it's
Wow.
upscale or what, but you could tell the difference because I played on my living room TV. That's a regular 1080p TV. But then when I play Halo on this TV, you could tell the difference.
You got
can
a
see more
curve,
detail, right?
Phoenix?
You can fucking tell it. I can't wait till we get native 4K games. And
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
Xbox will get to it first. Halo 2 anniversary could have been 4K.
Yeah, well, we gotta wait until whenever Microsoft decide to announce that they bought AMD. I don't know if they're gonna buy them or not. But
Gears of War 4 4K.
if it's
Oh,
true,
man.
it would be crazy, man. If they bought AMD, that'd be
That's
insane.
sick.
Even though me personally, I'm more of an Nvidia guy, but I wouldn't be mad if they bought AMD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't
You're
be mad
owning-
at that.
Exactly.
huge
You're
business
owning
decision.
the majority of the market share by just owning that alone. You know what I'm saying?
If that's
That's
true, like you see, Microsoft is not playing. Like Sony is not doing anything on the level what Microsoft is doing. Gears of War 4 look better than anything on that console.
I
Cortana,
agree.
that looks amazing. Xbox at 8 o'clock, call Iron Wolf to a party. That's crazy.
You know what, Phoenix? I agree, man. And that whole Cortana thing is so fucking cool to me, man. And anyone that could hate on that, that's all that is hate. But here's my thing. I don't think that you should have to have Connect to be able to use it. And here's why, man. Because you got these people that held out until there wasn't, until there was a bundle that came out without Connect. I don't know if money was tight with them or whatever,
Yeah, but
for whatever reason.
But you got to think
yeah.
about this, Gotti. You have to think about this, though. If they make that available to people that don't have Connect, the people that bought Connect, they're going to be mad as hell. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
that's true.
They're
Yeah, I was
shit for
gonna
no
say.
reason.
Yeah, I agree. I see it from both sides, man.
But what
Definitely.
they can do
It's,
is release they could release like a cheaper kind of webcam with a mic on it or some shit like that.
Microsoft
Yeah.
should just cut the price of Connect, and then they
I
need
agree.
to tell more people the stuff they can do with Connect. Like they need to put on the box about Cortana. They need to put 360
Yeah.
backwards compatibility on the box. When you buy your Xbox One, it should say all this stuff on the box. It should say
Yeah.
4K enabled. It should say backwards compatibility with 360. It should say DirectX powered with DirectX 12, and then it should say if you buy Connect with it, you get Cortana, a personal voice assistant. It should say all of this
Right.
on the box. Microsoft need to do that.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man, and it would work. They need to see Microsoft need to learn to market these features, man. Like market
They need to put-
Cortana, the new operating system they're gonna have. They gotta say Windows 10s in it as well, because that
They need
will
to
cause
put-
more traction. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Have games like Gears, Tomb Raider, Forza, Fable. You know what I mean? Halo. Have that on the box as well. Show that these
Yeah,
are
show it.
exclusives. You know what I
I'll
mean?
tell you what. I'll tell
Put
you
it
what
on the
they need
box.
on the box, Wolf. You know what they need on the box, don't you? On the
What
back,
they
they need to put that picture of Yoshida wearing the HoloLens. On the back of the box.
He defected. He defected. That HoloLens look pretty cool though. Like that looks sick
Yeah,
though.
but it
Imagine
looks
that with
cool.
a
The whole
strategy
idea
game.
behind it.
It's
The
kind
whole-
of digging that HoloLens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the whole idea behind that HoloLens is definitely interesting as fuck, man. I'd just be curious to see, how well it works. You know what I
I know
mean?
what
Like,
Microsoft
is
should do?
it?
And you know what they should do? They should also put works better with Connect on the box. So
Yeah.
people who go out and buy Connect.
And they got to show the Cortana. Have Cortana on the box and have her
Yep.
holding it. Like have Cortana from Halo. Like have her holding the Connect or something.
Put the backwards compatibility thing, on the box as well. Let people
Yep.
know it's backwards compatible. You can still play your 360 games. Talk about
Yeah,
you have the
absolutely.
best online. Talk about how you have the best controller in the world.
Yep. Show the
Like,
Elite controller.
market these things, man.
Yo,
That's what
Wolf, they need
do.
to market it by throwing commercials out there and say, take a shot at Sony. Be
They
like,
take
look,
a shot at the bag.
we got Katana. Show Phil Spencer or even Aaron Greenberg talking, and they go, we got Katana. We got backwards capability. Unlike our rival, just throw it out there. They paying for theirs. Other than that,
Have you
keep
seen
it-
that? Have you seen that commercial where Cortana is going up against Siri? They're taking a shot at Siri.
Oh,
the
yeah.
iPhone. See, they should do something similar, like compare Cortana to whatever voice assistants they have. I don't even know if their one even talks or anything like that. Because all I know, like I think Big Kahuna, shout out to Big Kahuna, he actually he compared the features, he compared the camera, he actually said PlayStation, go to Killzone, and he wasn't even listening. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
Yeah,
You might have to
exactly.
say it in
He
Japanese.
said that shit and the console shut down.
You had to say it in Japanese.
Yeah,
I
he
know,
didn't.
man. But this is the thing, man. They need. I know that some people may think it's gimmicky or whatever, but these are features, man, and they're convenient. You know what I mean? Like
They
you
need
could
to
say
talk about it.
to TV.
What's not fucking okay?
Well, you
What's
could say
not?
Cortana. You could say Cortana is the game on right now between the Knicks and whoever. You know what I mean?
That's sick.
You-
Bro.
Yeah.
That is-
What's not cool? What's not cool about being able to say Cortana is Ghost Rider online? Yes, Ghost Rider's online. Send Ghost Rider a party invite. You know what I mean? And never have to interrupt your game. Never have to
Wow.
interrupt what you're doing. What's not tight about that? That's the
That's
real
the
question.
future.
This
These
is different.
motherfuckers that are hating on that shit, they know that shit is tight.
They start
They
thinking, say you
know
got
that
it.
That's
shit is
next
tight.
gen. See, when I think
Yep.
about next generation, that is what I think of. I think about
that's what
features
you
like
want.
that. That is
Yep.
the shit I want for my console. I don't give
Yeah,
a fuck what
agreed.
anyone say. I want my games first and foremost, but having that is the icing on the cake. That's what
Yeah.
I'm
Too,
saying.
because you don't game all the time. That is
Also-
sick.
Yeah.
Also, guys, man, you heard about the bootleg Skype they getting?
What's that shit
What was
called?
that? What's it
What,
called?
what was that shit called, guys?
Hype.
Hugo, Vigo, Argo, whatever.
Vuvu.
I never even heard of that shit. It's called Voogle.
Google. Look, yeah, man, they never noticed, man. Sony's not leaders, man. They followers. They
They
try to be the
follow, they
Xbox
follow.
One.
Yeah, they're bandwagon
Drop
jumpers, man. You know what I mean? Even what they did with the PlayStation Move with the two dildos, trying to make it
Yeah.
like emote and shit.
I'm telling you. And Wolf, don't be surprised, man. If Sony don't come up, man, with some shit, we got Katana. They might have Wanda. You
Yeah, they
understand?
gonna make something.
They gonna make something.
What?
They'll create this virtual. They'll create this
Yolanda.
virtual. No,
Yeah,
Two
Yolanda.
D girl.
no. What I'm saying, guys, is that
Shakisha.
they're gonna create this virtual living room, man, and this freaking virtual girlfriend for Project Morpheus, man. I could see them do that shit.
Yeah.
See that
Wolf,
to me, that's another.
Wolf, would
That's
you
another
support it
waste.
if they? Would you
Nah,
support it if they called her Sharkeisha, man?
oh hell no.
What's the hell no? He
I
said hell no.
I just think they need to stop development for Project Morpheus, man. They just need to
Yeah.
stop.
Look,
You
man,
need to cut
Well,
the
I really
corners,
don't
man.
give a shit.
AKA
I'll be honest,
Project.
guys. I
That's
don't give a
what it is.
fuck about virtual reality anyways, man. I really don't.
Hey.
I think it's cool, I guess, to an extent, but let's be honest, gaming gimmicks like
Yeah.
that have never been successful, really. I mean, they're cool at first, and then they just kind of fizz away. You know what I mean? And like, not everybody's gonna have $400. How much did they say Oculus was gonna be?
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know,
gonna be
but
I don't
I
know.
bet Morpheus is gonna be
That's
8.
like-
I think Morpheus is gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's gonna go out and buy that shit, in my
Yo,
opinion. I mean, except for your
the games on Project Morpheus look like PS2 level graphics.
look like
you know what I'm
PS2
saying?
games.
Yeah,
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 they look, and their input lag is horrible from what I've seen on them. I mean, you're jittering and stuttering everywhere, man. I mean,
And I
it
heard
just
they have
don't
a
look
lot
cool.
of the games have a lot of jaggies in them as well, apparently. So
Yeah,
like,
that's
what's the
not too-
point?
That's crazy. I keep saying this to everybody that Sony's the Family Dollar of gaming.
Oh,
If you ever,
Oh, damn.
you ever went to Family Dollar and you look for Cheerios,
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
call them O's,
They
or
got
if you
the
want
Family
Captain
Dollar
Crunch,
vitamins.
yeah, it's called
Cheerios.
Family Crunch.
The thing is, they don't have smart people working for them over there, man. Like, I would never invest 400 million on a fucking cloud streaming service.
They
That's
don't think.
irrelevant. I wouldn't do that. I would make
They
my
gotta-
console backwards compatible, right? So that way it don't even cost no money to do that shit. I
Well,
won't
see,
buy no
the-
fucking on live. I don't know why the fuck they bought that patent. I have no idea. And I
Uh-huh.
wouldn't flipping invest in Project Morpheus. I'll be investing in my own IPs, fan favorites that people like me want to see back. I want to see
Real
a Siphon Filter. I want to see the Getaway. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I want to see a new Legend of Dragoon.
See, what Sony need to do, they need to win back the real Sony fans. The guys that grew up playing Jet Moto and Siphon Filtered and Getaway, those type of people. The new Sony fans are not real people. They're crazy, psychopathic animals. Those people are real.
Blaze.
Those dudes don't represent the community. Those are a bunch of psychopaths. Most of those dudes have their first console was a PS3. All of them are frauds. You
Yeah,
need
they
to go after the real PlayStation community.
It's believe it or not, I'm not gonna lie to you. The real Sony gamers are on the Xbox One, man.
Yes, they
We
are.
all, yeah, we the originals, man. Originators meaning Zaire, Crappy, everybody, Showstopper. All of us was once.
I'm a Sega
everybody in the
fan.
community.
I'm a PlayStation fan. I'm a Sega
Exactly.
fan too.
A real PlayStation fan.
Yeah, we were the real ones. Now you got a lot of young whippersnappers still wet behind the ears, talking about that new console was actually the PS3 and the PS2, and they acting like they gamers. Like at the end of the day, like
Nah, man.
Oh man.
they just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, man. Another thing, HoloLens was beautiful. When I first seen that, man, on the E3, it blew my fucking mind. When we look, Sony even backed up, like, nah, hold up, we just gonna show you a glimpse.
Yep, they didn't even show it.
They didn't even show it. They got so scared because they seen the technology that Microsoft is fucking with. And that's when you got that money. When you got that money, you can get the finer things. When you ain't got that chicken, you get, hand-me-down shit, And
Ghost making a good point. I want any Sony fan in this comment section or any Sony fan watching the video, I want you to really think hard. What have Sony done this generation? Look at Microsoft have done. They bought Gears of War. They have dedicated servers. You saw they got backwards compatibility. Phil Spencer see all exclusives they're making. We get updates every month. We get an Elite controller. All we hearing is Xbox news. So Microsoft might be buying AMDs. Microsoft might be buying some of Konami's IPs. We have not heard anything from Sony except them trying to hustle people out of money.
also, Blaze, touching up on that, do you know we getting the Elite controller, right? And they begging Sony and actually giving money to fund Sony money to make
A
Elite
hardcore controller. They said
Yeah,
it's going to be called a hardcore controller.
That's where you see they want to be. They copycats. They want to be the Xbox gamers in the Xbox One. They actually paying their own company and petitioning to get a hardcore gamer controller. Like,
but
why
think
are you
about that,
swagger
man.
jacking, son? Like,
But
that's
think
what
about that for a minute. You have to pay your company to get them off their ass to develop stuff for you to buy. That doesn't make any sense. Why the hell would you paying twice, you idiot? Why would you pay a person?
No, but the thing is, Blaze, when it comes down to Kickstarter for games, like I'll understand if it's an indie company.
indie
I mean,
game.
a small indie developer, right? That they're not getting no backing from no
You're like the
giant.
ukulele guy.
Yeah, like Playtonic, like the people that make Ukulele and Mighty Number Nine as well. I can understand games like those, but if Sony are coming out on stage asking for this kind of stuff, it just looks
It's
bad, man.
disgusting.
It's disgusting. If Microsoft did that, suppose I said I want Gears of War 5, and Microsoft said, "Oh, if you want Gears of War 5, here's a Kickstarter campaign. Let's raise the funds for it." Man, we will never hear the last of that shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
But if
but
Sony does it, they get a pass for it, and that's the shit that annoys me the most. Now,
dude,
there have
Sony, man, is dirty, man.
there have been some
That shit's not
websites.
gonna change, Wolf. That shit's not gonna change, man. This generation is so
Disgusting.
it's disgusting, man. Not only like just in a lot of different ways. And I mean these radical Sony fans that Phoenix was talking about, that they're psychopaths. He's right, man, because you get into these discussions with these guys, you try to throw legitimate facts at them, and they can't come back with anything. A lot of them get mad, start throwing insults and that kind of shit. Because I mean they have nothing, they have no ammo. Sony's got them walking around with empty clips, man.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, I
So,
understand, man.
I
Yo,
really
go-
think
yeah,
I
go
really
on.
think the government should look into investigating Sony fans, because I really think they're crazy. Like, I really think the government should put some money aside. This is serious, and they should research their brains, because they're psychotic. Like, they be like, they're
Some
laughing
pony
at that
vittles,
shit, got
man.
his house burned down. They're evil, vicious, psychopathic people, and I really think this is dangerous, because this is putting people in danger. These people are a threat, and they should be investigated. In. If they're willing to threaten to kill you over the internet for some games, what would they do to
Over a
person in
video
real life?
game.
Plastic, a piece
See,
of plastic.
this is the thing, right? I don't have anything against homosexual people. You know what I'm saying? Nothing
Yeah.
against them. If you're gay, then kudos to you. And
Hey.
yeah, congratulations for achieving, the whole marriage thing with the whole equality thing. That's great. But what I'm talking, let's go back to gaming now. Now, you have two
Let's start
young
straight.
girls, Ellie and that little girl in The Last of Us. They
Oh, that's
kissed,
disgusting.
right?
Oh
And
wow.
they're young. They're like 13 years of age, and they're doing that shit. I just think that shit is wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know
what
what
I mean?
have been?
It's just-
Go ahead,
yeah, and then the fact that you have, it's just horrible, man. And then all the other stuff with Joel and Ellie being like the last people. I don't know if that's the case or not. It's just horrible, man. Just thinking about
The stuff on Sony's games.
yeah, the stuff in Sony's games, man. So much subliminal messages in there, man, that just blows my mind, man.
Me personally, like, I don't think so. I think Sony is a disgusting company. Like, when you think of Microsoft, you might think they're a billion dollar company, but they're more wholesome. Like, you see, they donate money for charity. Like, they're like a family company. But when if you think of Nintendo, they try to support people. They don't like the pedophiles. That's why they took the stuff off of the DS. We can't have the voice messages and talk to people. But Sony is just disgusting. It's like they represent everything that's disgusting in this world. They say a racist comments behind the scenes, talking about Denzel don't deserve to be a leading actor because black actors don't translate well overseas and international. They're just a disgusting company. They're not a company I feel comfortable putting my money behind as like a Christian or American. I don't feel like I would put my money behind them.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
they're just they're just all about the dollar, man. I mean, they came out and they created the whole resolution thing completely intentionally. They came
Yeah,
out and they ran with that whole. They came out and they ran with that whole 50% more power thing and the whole 1080p 60 frames as long as they could until someone finally called them out on it. But by that time, they supposedly had already sold fucking 20 million systems. Yeah. But now they got 20. You got to look at it. Now they got I don't even know what the numbers are now.
That's why they got 20 million.
20 million. Exactly. Exactly. It's
From
a propaganda.
you know what I mean?
Propaganda, man. Is just like we said earlier.
No,
this
I'm telling you
resolution
one
thing
thing.
is irrelevant.
No, but what the developer said about the 50% more power, that wasn't true. It was 50% more faster to develop for.
50% faster to
But
develop.
the media,
Yeah.
it's the media the ones who ran with that shit, and because of that, people were
The
running out
media and
to
the
buy
Sony
PS4s.
idiots.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
man.
were, and now they're sitting. Now they got a PS4 sitting in their house and
with no games.
I can tell you what
multi-plat.
they're doing in their house, Wolf. They doing this Gundam style. Dancing that wax shit. They dancing that wax shit, Wolf. They ain't got no style. They ain't got no flavor, brother.
Yeah, but let me say one thing. I just wanted to talk about Gamescom right now. I just wanted
Oh
to
shit.
talk
Oh
about
man.
that because that's not far. I think it's about 5 weeks away.
I think it's August 5th, if I remember right.
Yeah, just over 5 6 weeks away. Let's just say, man. And you know, Phil Spencer did say that they're going to make new announcements. There's going to be more exclusives. I don't know if they're going to be any new IPs, but I hope to
You
see
know what
that
I?
recall. I want to see that recall gameplay
Yeah.
because I'm
Oh,
real impressed with
absolutely.
what I saw, man. I mean, I love seeing new IPs, and I'm really. There's a thing with me, right? When I see a new IP, I get excited over it. You know what I'm saying? And when I
Yeah,
know it's an
absolutely.
exclusive, and when I know
Even
Microsoft is
better.
behind it, I know it's going to be a great game.
Yep.
Period. Sunset Overdrive was a great fucking game.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm glad I
Hell
absolutely.
yeah.
supported that shit, and I'm definitely going to support Recall.
Yep.
Along
Absolutely.
with Scalebound, along with all these other new IPs.
You know what
Quantum
I think
Break.
we're gonna
I'm going to
see at
support Quantum Break day one too, man.
Yeah.
But what do you
oh
think?
hell yeah.
But what do you think? Each one of you. What are your Gamescom predictions, man? Like starting with you, Gotti, man.
You know what I think we're gonna see? This is just, this may be way out there, but I think we're gonna see some kind of Xbox One Elite console be
Oh, that'd be
announced.
sick. With the
They're
controller.
gonna have to do it. Why would they have just an Xbox One Elite controller if they're not gonna have an Xbox One Elite console? I think we'll see a bundle with both of those. I don't know if it'll just be a bigger hard drive with some games, or I don't know. My buddy Jado, big shout out to Jado. He's really big on wanting a modular console. Where you can
Yeah.
upgrade
That's
certain
sick.
components. That would be dope. If they did do that, that would be. I made a video about it actually. That'd be a complete game changer. You're talking about Microsoft buying AMD. Just imagine if they made a modular console. You know what I
Wow.
mean?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Use just the
Yeah,
hard drive and stuff.
it's
So you could
over
just
at that
eject
point.
the GPU and put a new GPU inside. That's what you're saying,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
That would be
Wow.
that would be phenomenal. I mean, talk about a game changer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Maybe they're setting that up with this whole AMD thing. You got to look at it in so many different ways, man. People
Yeah.
don't know how to look at the big picture. You know what I mean? So I
Think
mean, I think
outside the
it'll be
box.
tight.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be sick.
absolutely, absolutely.
Similar to Mike Tyson fighting in the '90s. You already knew what was
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Oh
First round
man,
knockout.
yeah.
Going to sleep.
Destruction at its
Is there
finest.
anything else you're expecting from Gamescom besides the Elite console?
I definitely think they're going to announce that. I think we're going to see some big time Quantum Break gameplay. I think they got something special, or they would have already, they've already obviously seen plenty, but I think we'll see some more shit to make us, even more excited for that game. Scalebound, I think, is going to be huge. I cannot wait to see
Amen to
gameplay
that.
from Scalebound, man. I mean, come on. All for Scalebound. Never was really too big into Crackdown, but I'm interested in seeing what they do, where they go with it, man. The whole technology behind all the destruction and all that. I want to see it in game. You know what I
Yep.
mean? We've seen the tech demo, but I want to see the game running and see what we have in store. But I definitely think that Phil's got some surprises that we have no idea. I mean, who would have thought backwards compatibility was coming? That shit blew me
Yeah.
away. So, I mean, I definitely think that there's some surprises too.
For sure, man. How about you, Blaze?
Me first, I think they're gonna have a megaton. Cause remember, every Gamescom they announced something big. The first time they announced Fable
Mhm.
Legends, then they announced that they got Tomb Raider exclusive. So I'm gonna go. I know probably won't have it, but I'm gonna say maybe we're gonna get that Silent Hill game because the guy who said about the Silent Hill rumor, he's the same guy that said they're gonna show Demon Souls 3, and they showed that. And he's the guy who said that Microsoft gonna
That would
unbundle the
be
Kinect.
cold.
So that might be true. So I might go towards that. Scalebound, I can't wait for that. It's gonna be crazy. Platinum Games never made a bad game. They're like Asian Remedy, like the Japanese Remedy. So they always make good games. So that, and then you remember Ken Love said the game is epic, and every person we heard play it said it's something unbelievable and you can't imagine. So Scalebound's gonna be a hit. Recore, can't wait to see that. I think it's gonna be like
Yeah.
Beyond Two Souls fused with like Mad Max or something. I think it's gonna be a real cool
Oh,
game.
don't you for you to actually do that, you're insulting the game by even mentioning Beyond Two Souls. I'm
I
sorry.
didn't mean to say that. I mean beyond good and evil. That's what I meant to say.
Mm.
Beyond good and evil. You know the game from Ubisoft with the pig?
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. Beyond good and evil. Sorry. So I think Recore gonna be good. Crackdown, of course, gonna be amazing. They're probably gonna show us a little more from Fable Legends, and then they probably might show that new IP. Because remember they had Eden Falls. I still think Rare might have a couple more games up their sleeve. Maybe we'll see Sea of Thieves gameplay, or maybe they can announce like maybe Banjo 3 or some kind of secret. So I think Rare might have something up their sleeve. And then I think they're just probably gonna have a mega ton, maybe like the console will get a price cut or something. And then they're probably gonna show more Forza 6 gameplay and then a couple of secret surprises. That's what I think will happen at Gamescom.
How about you, Ghost?
Well, mine, I'm gonna keep it short and simple, man. I definitely want to see gameplay of Crackdown. I want to see Quantum Break. Definitely, I want to see some real gameplay on that, and I want to see Scalebound. Definitely want to see what else they could do, like show some multiplayer some up there, you know, with the dragons and see what you could do in that gameplay. And I definitely want to see new IPs, new games. Like, you know, I like the Horizon, but I want to see games like that, something new that's gonna blow our mind by surprise, like something different. You know, adventure games, another shooter.
Yeah.
You know, something different to bring to the table that's brand new that nobody got. That'll be awesome, guys, and that'll be very good because Sony's not showing up. So whatever Microsoft is going to bring to the table, that's going to be awesome, and it's going to be just legit.
Let me tell you something. Microsoft could go on stage and do a shit on the stage, and they won. You know what I'm saying?
Take a shit and walk off. We just come out there and take a shit and just walk off, drop the mic,
Drop
eat
the
the shit, and walk off.
Do like this. Section.
They're not going to Gamescom. I think that's disrespectful to gamers.
I mean,
that's
right.
disrespectful to European gamers. You know what I'm saying? Because that's
you know
where the majority of their market is, man. The majority of their market share is in Europe.
Yeah, but we got to look through. We got to see the bigger picture with all that. They're not going to be there because they don't have shit to show.
Exactly.
They don't have shit to show.
They're gonna be at that no-name show that I never heard of before, like that Paris Game Week, whatever it's called.
That nobody cares about.
Man? No one even cares about.
And they're gonna show off all that shit they just showed at E3. You know what I mean? So.
No one's even heard of that show. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
But yo, this is my predictions, man. I think they're gonna like open it. They probably show some Recall gameplay. I'm really looking forward to that. Like I've said before many times. And I urge everyone watching to support that game. It's always great to support new IPs, you know what I'm saying? And they're releasing it at the perfect time. Release it in September. You know what I mean? I'm glad they're not releasing it at the end of this year because look what happened to Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah.
That kind of got overshadowed by Halo and Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying? So releasing new IPs in the spring is always a smart move, you know what I'm saying? I'd say, Quantum Break. We'll probably see some Quantum Break. I've already seen Quantum Break, but I guess I don't mind seeing more Quantum Break. Obviously, it'll look more polished and stuff like that. So maybe they may even announce a multiplayer mode where you can just like have an online mode or some shit. It'll be pretty cool.
Sick. Yeah.
So it'll be cool if they had that, or even some sort of co-op or something like that. Man. If they announce a co-op mode, man, that'd be sick. Like one player is the guy, one player is the woman in there. You know what I mean? It'll be cool.
Yeah.
And I think we may not, but I'm hoping this is kind of like wishful thinking that they announce backwards compatibility for the OG Xbox.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
That'd be badass.
That'll be another megaton. Like for me personally, anyway, because I'm a big fan of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think for the grand finale of the show, they need to bring Phil needs to go backstage and bring out Yoshida with his HoloLens on, man. Let him play Minecraft up there on the stage. Let the Sony fans.
I think they may show more HoloLens stuff. They may even announce a HoloLens game. There may be like a trimmed down version of it. They may sell it as an Xbox peripheral. You know what I'm saying? And announce a price for it. You never know. So they could possibly do that. There'd probably be some indies they may show and shit. You know, it'll make sense. They always show indies. They gotta show support to the indie developers and stuff. So I think
even going to that, Wolf, the quality of Microsoft's indie games are so much better than those 8-bit piece of shit looking ass games that come out on the PS4 that they spent time talking about.
I'd rather play games like I'd rather play games like Cuphead and Ori and the Blind Forest and shit like Resogun.
And Max, you know what I mean? Those right there are fun.
Quality games.
Fun little games to play. Yeah, I don't want to fucking fly around in an 8-bit spaceship shooting at fucking squares.
See, I've got Space Invaders, man, for that shit, man. I don't need another one.
Exactly, man. No, exactly.
Wolf, I'd rather play fucking Galaga, bro.
Absolutely, man.
I'd rather play Galaga. I'd rather play Millipede, Centipede.
Fucking Centipede, yeah.
I'd rather take it back, Wolf, than play them whack-ass indies on the console.
See, and another thing, after the indies, I think they're going to announce Dark Souls 3 as an exclusive. I
If
just
they
got
do,
that
that's a
feeling.
Ooh.
I
slap.
tell you why. I tell you why.
That'd be,
Because
I don't know, Wolf.
let
That's,
me let me
man.
let me explain. Let me explain. Right? Do you remember last year when they had a world premiere of Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider? There was a world
Yep.
premiere at Microsoft C3. Then at Gamescom, they announced it as an
And
exclusive,
exclusive.
right?
Yeah.
So they did the same thing with Dark Souls 3. It was a
Oh
world
gosh.
premiere,
Good
and then at
point, man.
Gamescom, they may announce it as an exclusive. You got to bear in
Jesus.
mind that they need their own kind of Souls game as an exclusive. Because Phil Spencer is the sort of guy, he wants like a game of every genre in his portfolio. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. He wants his own Bloodborne. Even though I think Bloodborne is fucking trash,
Yeah, worst game ever made.
he wants his own one. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows there's a crowd for that.
You
So
know
they
what
were,
they should have did? They should have just brought back a Togi and made it like just like Bloodborne, except for more darker and faster, like Nick Togi.
mm.
Oh gosh.
So I have a
What
feeling. Let me finish. And I think, like I said, I think it's gonna announce Dark Souls 3 as an exclusive, and maybe a new IP as an exclusive as well.
Dark Souls is gonna be fire. If it is, if they lock that up, that's a slap to Sony's face.
I don't think, me personally, I don't really care. I'm
I
not
ain't
even
gonna buy
excited. As I'm saying that, I'm not even excited because games like that don't really cater to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care for any of the Souls games. I've never been a fan personally, anyway. You know what I'm saying?
I think they suck.
I
Fair
think the
play.
game is hard as hell. But since I got two, I will
But
get that one if it is.
But they'll definitely show, like, gameplay of Crackdown. I'm really looking forward to see what Crackdown looks like. I know Scalebound's going to be the shit. Imagine playing multiplayer or co-op with all your,
Damn,
dragon
dragons.
companions, man. That'd be sick. All of the
Yeah.
companions that you have, you could select whichever dragon that you want or whatever. I don't know how the game works.
You
But
just have to catch the dragon.
it'd probably be like an RPG mixed with, it could be like a JRPG, like with some Bayonetta, Devil May Cry kind of element to it,
Yeah.
and it could be open
Yeah.
world, which would be sick.
You know what you should have to do? You should have to go out in the wall and catch the dragon. And if you catch him and stuff, then he could be, you have to make a pact with him or something.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But
I'm
I'm
just
really
curious to see
hoping.
what
I'm
they show with
hoping.
that shit.
I'm really hoping that there is a couple of unannounced games. You know what I mean? That's exclusives.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
that's
that's
what
for
I'm
Alan Wake.
thinking.
The Alan Wake Definitive Edition.
Maybe Alan Wake the Definitive
That's
Edition,
the-
and then
That's
maybe.
definitely, yeah. That's Alan Wake Definitive Edition would definitely be a remaster I would support, man. That's one of the best games of
Last
last generation, in my
That's
opinion.
sick.
That shit was badass.
But
Oh,
what,
Yeah, yeah, because Remedy's gonna be there. They're gonna have a presence there. There's a chance that we may have Alan Wake Definitive Edition announced at
I'll buy that.
Gamescom. It'll make more sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
what Wolf? What about the people that made Lords of the Fallen? They supposed to
Oh,
give us
yeah.
new games too. They might pop up there.
Yeah, maybe Lords of the Fallen 2. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe
Yeah.
even new IP they may announce. You never know, man. But
Yep, and
the
Twisted
thing is,
Pixel.
they already yeah, even Twisted Pixel. They may even announce a Battletoads game. Or
That'd be
I heard
sick.
Rare are working on multiple IPs. All
Yep.
we saw from Rare E3 was just the Rare collection, which really, there wasn't much work done to them. You know what I mean? They just up-res the games. So we
Yeah.
have the Rare collection and Sea of Thieves. But I heard they're working on multiple IPs. So we may see that second IP at Gamescom for you know. You never know, man.
Also, Wolf, what about that game that they was talking about the Sony guys and what's the name of that shit? That we don't really want it anyway, but some
Silent
people
Hill.
want it. Silent Hill. There you go.
Yeah, I
What if
think
it's
we're gonna get
what if
that.
they lock that up? That'd
Because
be
we're gonna be
crazy.
slapping their face.
I know, that'd be hilarious as hell, man. That's all I'm saying. But
That'd
yeah,
be
man,
crazy,
those are my predictions for Gamescom, man. But yeah, we're gonna wrap this show up. It's been a great show, and yeah, man. Everyone that's watching this show right now, I want you to subscribe to my main man, Gotti360, that came on as a guest on the show. He has some great content on his channel, and like I'm a fan of his work. You know what I'm saying? He has some great videos. I love his input that he has on gaming anyway, you know what I'm saying? So I urge everybody to subscribe to this dude, man.
Much
Great dude.
appreciated, Wolf, and I appreciate you guys letting me come on the show and share my opinions and all that kind of shit. It's been real.
No
Yeah.
problem, dude,
Yeah,
man.
when I started YouTube, man, I was hoping to be able to get to that point. So it's kind of fucking cool. You know.
Oh man, I've been subscribed to you for a while, you know what I mean, and like I enjoy your input that you have in a lot of these subjects and topics, you know what I'm saying. So it was great having you on the show, yeah, again, man. But
Much
like I
appreciated.
said, subscribe to him. I'm gonna leave the link to his channel in the description, so be sure to head over there and subscribe. Is there anything else you want to add before we go? Starting with you, Gotti.
No, man, just just super excited about Gamescom, guys. I mean, I can't wait to see what's in store. Um, I think the people that are listening, they need to the ones that are confused. You guys know who I'm talking about. The ponies, the hate that we get sometimes in this comment. I think that they
Arsenal.
need to keep it gaming, keep it gaming.
Keep it
Be real,
Xbox.
Keep
be
it
real,
extra.
keep it Xbox, keep it gaming. I mean, don't be afraid to like shit if if Microsoft's got some tight shit, you ain't got to hate on it. Don't hate on Cortana just because you don't have it, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And these motherfuckers need to learn to keep it real, basically.
Yeah.
That's right,
That's where I'm at
that's
with it,
right.
man.
How about you, Blaze?
Now I'm just saying, like, if you bought an Xbox One or you thinking about buying an Xbox One, just pull the trigger and buy it. This, I have to say, this is probably the
Yeah,
greatest console I've ever owned in my life. If the
agreed.
Xbox 2 is not like this, I'm gonna be pissed because I'm so used to this being attached to my TV, I can't function without it anymore. I need
I
my
agree.
Xbox One. So if you're on the fence, buy Xbox One. If you got a PS4, sell your shit because I'm thinking about selling my second PS4 because I sold my launch one and then I, like an idiot, I bought it back. So I'm thinking about selling this shit, or I'm gonna go down the street and give it to the first person I see. This console's trash, and I'm not
Man, you're
supporting
gonna have
Sony
people
no more.
camped out, man. You're gonna have people camped all up and
Yeah,
down the street, man. These
I'm gonna
ponies.
walk down the street, and the first dude I see, I'm just gonna hand it to him, and I'm gonna record it and put it on my channel. So if you're an Xbox guy, just keep an Xbox. I'm telling you, we own PS4s. This console trash. There's no reason to buy this console. It's garbage. Xbox got so many things going forward. It's got Cortana, got the Elite controller, got all these amazing exclusives, Gears 4, Halo. If you're a real hardcore gamer, get an Xbox One. If you're a Sony fan, just quit gaming. No, we don't want you in the community. So keep it Xbox.
What he said.
Bullshit.
What he
We
said.
gonna put
I
this
second that, Pete.
Amen, brother. Amen. How about you, Ghost, man?
Man, I tell you like this, I want to give a shout out to all my Xbotians, Xbots, and the Xbox gamers. Keep it 100. Just keep it real, man. And for y'all Sony dudes that bought a PS4, why don't you take your ass and walk to the corner and just stand there? You on timeout. Because
Right.
y'all motherfuckers are just loony, delusional, and you're just mad that the Xbox One is the greatest console and it's better than the PS4. And I just want to say one more thing. I want to read a comment by Jay Maynard. He put, "Den have already said," look, he's illiterate. "Den have already
I've been
said
reading it.
it's not coming to Xbone. Shenmue 3 is not coming to XB1." Okay, listen, asshole. I don't give a damn about your dumb asses fun in a game that you're never played before. So
Yeah,
y'all
but-
can kiss my fucking ass, kiss my boys' asses, and at the end of the day, you're the dumbasses paying money for a game that Sony's just gonna pocket and give you a. There's not even gonna be a real game, basically.
It's not
Wait, I
gonna
got
be
a question for
AAA.
him. I got a question for that guy. Tell him to name me the technique Ryu learned at the end of Shenmue 2. At the end of the game, he learned the technique. Tell me what that technique was. He probably even played the damn
Give me
game.
money.
Tell me give me the name of the technique that Ryu learned at the end of the game. He don't know. He's gonna have to go look it up. This dude didn't play that game before.
He's Googling that shit right now, Phoenix, so he can answer and not look
You don't play no games. Y'all frauds, man.
Yeah, like
Oh,
I'm
I'm so
saying, like,
shitty.
look, we've been around for a long time. You know what I'm saying? We've been gaming for years. I've been gaming since '89. That's like 26 years. You know what I'm saying? I've been gaming before most of these people been sucking on their mama's titty. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man.
These dudes frauds, man. That made me.
But
hey,
yo,
you talk about
as
some
I'm-
Shenmue.
Fuck that dude, man. Like I said, man, you don't even know the technique, man. Fuck that. But like I'm saying, man, like before I wrap this up, man, I just want to say thanks for everyone that watched, and always remember, man, subscribe to the real Xbox YouTubers, the people here on the panel, including Gotti360, Blaze,
Much appreciated.
Ghost
man.
Rider, and all my
Really?
boys. You know, I mean, even the folks over at BGST, like Crappy and
Yeah.
Zaki, Blackie Labaski,
Absolutely.
Kaleidoscope, all them dudes, man. Subscribe
Hell
to
yeah.
those people. The real Xbotians, the real Xbox people. that give you real news, that don't go around saying Gears of War Ultimate is not Ultimate, and then show a little clip of someone doing, yeah, exactly, showing a little clip of a hip fire. Obviously, that won't kill anyone straight away. But yeah, man, I'm not gonna say anymore, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just
I'm
don't
gonna leave it as that.
subscribe.
I'm not gonna name drop because I don't want to make him sound like he's irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what do I have to say? Thanks everybody for watching the show, and be sure to look out for. We're also gonna do a live Gamescom stream. If you guys enjoyed, E3. You know what I mean? And we got a lot of hate for that E3, by the way.
Yeah.
I have like
Oh,
60.
yeah.
I have like 63 thumbs down on that flipping show. You know what I mean? Only like 30 thumbs up. I'm like, whoa, shit.
They was crying, man.
It was
But
trash.
the views were pretty high. The views were pretty high, but the thumbs down were pretty high too at the same time. Wow, the hate was real. No, we were just look. We were saying how we felt at that moment. Even with Last Guardian, we said how we felt.
It looked awful.
Shaggy dog, man. Have
It
fleas.
like an indie game.
Hey
See, when
man,
you
if
think-
anybody, but let me. Can I say something about the Last Guardian real quick?
Oh yeah,
boy?
go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
All right, man. Look, here's my take on the Last Guardian. They threw that shit together. They gave it a quick little upscale from the shit they already showed before, because they knew that they had to show it basically because it had been talked about so much. But here's the thing: that game ain't even nowhere near close to coming out. Because if they had some gameplay that was actually going to make people say, okay, look at this shit. This shit's going to be worth picking up. They would have showed that shit instead of showing that whack-ass, half-ass trailer that they showed, that tech demo that they showed at E3. They would have showed some definitive, honest gameplay. I mean, what the fuck is the game about? Don't nobody know what the game's about.
I don't
Nobody does.
know. You just jump from one plank of wood to another, right? And then the custom catches you, and then you jump from another part. Basically, that demo that you saw at E3 was on the same.
Demo,
no. It was on the same level, the
Yep.
same stage from 9 years back, but in a different location.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it was. No, man, it really was. And that's the thing, man. If these Sony guys, they believe that game is going to see a release date anytime soon, man, and they're just as stupid as they make themselves out to be. When we,
No, they look
that's
really
my
desperate with that
And it
demo.
looked boring.
They
Yeah,
look
I
really
don't-
desperate with that demo. It was desperation. The reach was real strong with that demo. That's all I'm going to say.
that would be like if,
Jordan's coming
that.
back? That's a quick question. Do you really
What
think
was that?
Jordan's coming back to the Chicago Bulls?
Yep. Mike Jordan's coming back.
That's
No
your answer,
shit.
Gotti.
Yeah, that ain't no shit, man. Exactly, that's the same fucking thing, man. Great analogy. Great.
Anyway, man,
That's it.
Simon Wolf signing out. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you on the next show.
Yeah,
You-
Keep it gaming, fools.
Keep it Xbox.
Yeah, guys, we did our thing, man.